Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 10, the final episode of season 2 of My Adventures with Superman. This has been a pretty wild season. I've been loving the direction of this story, and I'm a little curious to see how we get out of this situation, because even though we got Clark back at the end of last episode, both him and Kara still got taken down. Brainiac has adapted his own armor, as well as taken over the Metallos that Lex has made and made them his own, reinforced his ship, where him and his army is both now immune to kryptonite. So it just seems like we are being completely raffle-stomped by this guy at the moment, and none of our weapons work, and our two heavy hitters are out of commission at the end of the episode. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to turn this around. So let's go ahead and find out how. So guys, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes to my reaction the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, to try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, really appreciate it. If you enjoy this reaction, to at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. With that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to hop into the final episode of this season. Here we
go. I gave you a chance. I reached out my hand to bestow the favor of Empire, but you rejected me. You are a world in rebellion, and you will be purged.
God, I love Michael Emerson's performance as Brainiac, man. It's so chilling. My Adventures with Supergirl. I think she's going to find a way to unlock whatever Clark has access to. That was,
Wilson, sit rep. Who's still engaged with the enemy?
Whoa. It's got Omega beams?
Do you copy?
I don't know if that's what that was meant to be, but that's what it looks like.
Shut the Metallos down!
Oh, Slade gone rogue.
It's not my fault that you asked for an unbeatable army.
He makes a very good point.
My job. I vowed to protect Earth, and that's exactly what I am going to do. What about you, Luthor?
Damn. Doesn't quite have the same spine that Waller does. Oh, yes! Let's go! Call me Steel.
We need to get to Superman. We have to help him and get...
Don't worry. The others are on it.
Others? Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go! Aw, even him too. Aww.
Thank you, but why are you here?
You've missed some stuff, buddy.
Cavalry is here to help. That's us. And that Steel guy. Oh, and the main man. Huh?
Main man? Slade? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know why I thought Slade all of a sudden just turned coat. You would. There we go. There we go. Can't destroy an asset that's here to help you in this situation.
Cavalry, take out the Metallos and help Superman defend Metropolis.
Let's go, man.
Save the world. Kal-El, who are these people?
They're our friends.
Don't push it. We just don't want to see the planet destroyed. So, what's the play, hero?
We stop Brainiac. He's the one controlling that thing in the sky. Shut him down, and the threat to Earth goes away. Kara?
If we can get inside, we can pull out Brainiac's mainframe. But we cannot do it with all these kryptonite robots in the way. Leave them to us.
Ready, Kara?
I do like the new suit. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the pauldrons, though. Though I like them in every other Kryptonian design and color scheme that we've got. I think it just looks a little weird to me because it's in the Superman colors and with the shield and everything.
Everyone, stay close. We're almost there.
Livewire, go after her. Your tech is Kryptonian. The kryptonite will take you out too.
You've got us as far as we can get. Damn.
It's over, Brainiac.
Will you surrender? Or do we have to make you?
Did you really think you could defeat me? I am the last true Kryptonian. You are
Come on
here
now, you're
because I
delusional
let you
now,
come
man.
Here for this Eradicator override.
Oh, no. No.
This is
Oh,
what you
no.
deserve for betraying me, just as your people did during the last days of Krypton. Oh, how they moaned that we weren't winning the war, that their children were dying. Your father led secret peace talks with our enemies. They were going to declare a ceasefire, and then where would that leave me? I was built for war, but now I was just supposed to let them decommission me? No.
Oh.
The day the ceasefire was to be announced, I activated our greatest weapon and wiped your people out.
What? Oh, wow. Holy shit. He
Jor-El discovered
was
my
the
plans and
fall
smuggled you
of
out
Krypton.
minutes before I ripped Krypton from the heavens and cast it into hell. But I still won. I found Kara, and now you will have to make a choice, Kal-El. Which will you save, your planet or your cousin?
Whoa! What the hell was that? Was that her heat vision? Oh, it's...
Kara! Snap out of it!
She's in absolute kill mode. Nice little use of the Eradicator as a, what do you want to call it, a trigger word?
I know you're still in there, Kara. Brainiac wants us to destroy each other, but I won't hurt you.
All systems, annihilate Superman.
Oh my god, he's gonna have to fight her and all of these things too. Oh my god, they're so... Oh, those are missiles. Okay, I thought they were, I mean, it's still bad, but I thought it was just more drones. Oh my god. That is terrifying. Oh, that was such a sick transition. Oh.
Okay. Let's bring you home, Kara.
I love this music change. God damn, nice. Not exactly sure how that works, but it did. It took out at least a bulk of that army. Though some of them weren't even tracking him after a point. I'll give it the rule of cool either way.
Fight this, Kara. I know you can.
Oh.
You are stronger than he is.
Lies! You are weak. You are useless. Without me, you are alone.
No, you're not. I'm here. And I'm not going anywhere.
Don't let Brainiac win! You're your own person, Kara. You helped us save Clark, now let us save you!
I know what it's like to be alone, to search for a place to belong, but home isn't a place. Home is the people who love you. So come back home to us, Kara.
Enough! Destroy them.
Stop this sentimental bullshit!
Kara, you will comply.
I said.
Ooh, hit him with that super breath. Or scream. Could have been either. God, the show has such a great soundtrack. Except I think this is just the opening title sequence. Yeah, it is. Let's go. Oh, they are shoving that sucker into space. Into the sun! Makes us stronger. How about you, buddy? The only true Kryptonian left. Let's put that to the test.
Initiate Black Zero Protocol.
Oh, what the? Oh, what the hell?
Did you think only the humans could synthesize kryptonite? That I would not be able to replicate it? To use it against you and all that
Well,
you
that explains how he was able to do that. His own technology allowed him to do so.
Destroy yourself, too!
You have broken me too deeply to recover. Traitors of the House of Hell. But if the Empire must die, then its children will die with it.
Damn, that's some cold shit.
No!
It's okay, she fell into the sun. She's gonna sun dip. That's okay. It's okay. Dude, come on. Sun dip Kara. Let's do it. Please. Please. Or both of them. Let's go, Shadow and Sonic. Dude, they're gonna Super Shadow and Super Sonic this fucking space station.
You came after me.
Of course, you're my family, but I don't think we can escape the sun's gravitational pull.
Clark, look.
How is this possible?
It's because we are Kryptonian. The sun is our place of power.
Keep forgetting he doesn't understand how his powers work, really, in this universe.
Let's go.
So, he's still learning. Let's go. Dude, they literally are Sonic and Shadow at this point. Hell yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. They tore that thing in two. God damn, he's persistent. Oh!
This ends now, Brainiac!
Kara!
Damn, she did it though. Just throw that in there too while we're at it. Oh, I can hear everybody celebrating.
They are cheering for you, Kal-El.
Kara, they're cheering for both of us.
I did not know. I have never saved a world before.
Kara? Kara!
Man. Okay, I was worried about her falling prey to that slash, but it looks like she's just gonna have a little scar. Aww. Wonder how she's gonna take the news that he's not actually the ruler of the planet, though.
Kara, you're awake?
Where are we?
This is the house I grew up in. You've been asleep for a few days.
Oh, damn.
Kara! Gosh, we're so glad to finally meet you.
We've been worried sick.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you hungry, darling? I have some pie in the fridge, and I can get some soup going.
Kara, this is my mom and dad.
It is wonderful to meet you.
If it's all right with you, Ma, I have a surprise for Kara before we have lunch.
Oh, a game of catch?
That is a very small surprise, Kal-El.
We're gonna teach you how to play catch. It's a...
I like how he's got an
tradition.
adult-sized version
And
of his
your
child's
family.
shirt.
All right, show me your Earth catch, and then I will master it, and then I will win.
You can't win at catch.
Then you are doing it wrong.
Dude, tell that to Monica.
No holding back.
He doesn't have to hold back anymore when he's doing it. Did she just throw it into space?
Laura! I know you can hear me. Everyone's almost here.
1 week ago, Earth faced an alien invasion. You've heard different versions of what happened, but we at the Daily Planet have a duty to bring you the truth.
The truth is that Superman and his cousin saved us, but they weren't alone.
The people of Metropolis came together to help them.
Yet
putting
again.
aside their differences to protect our home.
The invader was
Scooped.
defeated, and justice came to those who tried to benefit from fear.
Waller is wanted
But
now.
even as this brought out the best in many, it brought out
Oh,
the worst
wow.
in others. And there will
Holy
always
shit, look
be
how
new
this
friends
union
in
came
this.
out of... That came out of nowhere, dude. They're like, fuck Waller. No more pitting us against one another. We'll be the power couple of Metropolis.
I got your call.
I need to talk to you about Vicky's job offer.
I've been doing research for that. I found
Aww.
apartments in Gotham that have vacancies and roof access at super speed. I
And
could be
roof
there in
access.
5 minutes, depending on where you move.
You'd fly back and forth for me?
It literally takes 5
Lois
minutes,
Lane.
Lois, for him.
No
That doesn't
matter
even
where you
require
go.
any effort.
All you ever have to do is say my name, and I'll be there.
Aww.
I turned Vicky down. I don't want to be the second Vicky Vale. I want to be the first Lois Lane. And I'm gonna make that happen right here.
In
at the
this
Daily
universe, let's specify. They are so cute.
Kal-El?
Planet. Soup on the roof!
No one knows what will come next for Metropolis. But there's one thing we at the Daily Planet do know for certain.
No matter what the future holds.
No matter what is thrown at us.
We will face it together.
We're going to do we?
There's a fire in Perez Plaza. Stay here. We'll be right
Ah, I love that she's got like this
It's a breaking
scarf
news story.
necking
We're
around her
going to.
cape. I love shit like that. Dude, let's go. Damn. What a great close. It also just nicely bookends everything. Like no tease in, set up for the next thing. So it's like we had like a self-contained little narrative here, which I kind of was uncertain about given the news that we had about them knowing where they want to take the story and having an outline for 4 seasons. Now we got a green light for season 3. Season 3 is full steam ahead in production and got the go-ahead. When they said they got the story mapped out for 4 seasons, I was a little concerned in the scenario that we didn't get this, that the season might end still open-ended, but no, it was pretty self-contained, which makes me wonder what's on the table for those next 2 seasons. And is that also going to be a similar like 1-2 story of its own? If so, I'd love to see what they do, because like right now the sky's the limit, and I loved how they were doing this. This was such a good season. Like the first season was amazing. I think this one just took that and still continued it in spades in so many different ways. I love the storytelling, the score, the music, the themes. It's so uplifting. Like every time like a track kicks in, especially with like the synth metal kind of vibe that everything has. And then Brainiac is just such a thrilling villain. He's one of my favorite Superman villains. I love when he pops back up and is used really interestingly. And especially when you shake things up in the way that they've done here with this storyline. With his design, with his creation, with his directive, with his aims, goals, all of that. And then Michael Emerson as the voice was chilling. His performance was, he really took this to a whole other level, man. I really loved what they did with this sentient machine that thought itself greater than even the people that created it. By this point, he was so deluded with and disappointed, as we learn. Like he was upset, like for a thing that was created to enact war and for the glory of their empire, for them to negotiate peace, you know, end the war, cease the fighting, went against everything that he was programmed to do. And the moment he saw that, he saw it as like a weakness, and he snuffed them out. God damn. So many great little Superman Easter eggs throughout this whole season as well. You know, from the Black Mercy, which is not necessarily Easter egg. They kind of modified what it similarly is in the comics. And we got a bunch of different stuff. You know, this Eradicator protocol, which kind of turned her not exactly into the Eradicator itself, but this just like the override completely. Like maybe it seemed like, you know, with her brainwashing, the level of conditioning that she had been put through, this was a final contingency that he was trying to like avoid using, I guess. But through the power of love and friendship and anime, Clark and the gang were able to pull her out of it. I love that, man. I'm always a sucker for that shit when I think it's done well. There's some times where it's not had the impact that it probably should have, but I think they really nailed it in this, especially with the way they've built Kara up in such a short amount of time. You know, with their outing with Jimmy, with her outing with Clark, with their journeys into their past and their opening up to one another in this way, and her seeing another way, and then also learning that everything that had been shown to her, told to her up until this point, has been a lie constructed to control her. But when she was out of control, I love that Clark didn't fight her back with physicality. He fought her back with compassion. The one thing she's never gotten ever since the fall of Krypton. I just love that. I love this Clark. I love this group. I love this world. It's so much fun. I love what they created here. I like the sentiment here at the end too, you know, with all the different things, like the culmination of all the different struggles they've been going through all season long, especially with their relationship and them overcoming that. Clark being the supportive guy he is, it's like, hey, I've already started looking for you. If you do want to go to Gotham, I've helped you pick out some apartments that would work and would work for us. And then, of course, I like the way that she came around on that. I know that was thrown in there for some conflict of our characters to overcome for themselves. Again, I know some people are like, I'm tired of this like drama, relationship drama stuff in these superhero stories, but I think if you want these characters to be characters, you still have to introduce it because they are still very early on in their relationship. Would there be any hiccups in this vein down the road if they had been together for a lot longer than this? Maybe not as likely, still possible, but they're still, again, very early in their careers here. And this is a Lois that's very different than the others that we've met. And while this is a Clark who personality-wise is like every other Clark that we have met, you know, his story is very different. This world is very different. So things are going to play out a little differently. So I like seeing them evolve and play and flirt with that, because not only did they acknowledge that they wanted to do something different with both these characters in this world by showing us the multiverse version of that, where like, this is how it happens in all these other worlds. And then showing us like all these other, you know, Supermen of our past that we've seen in various different iterations, and then the evil Superman and all this kind of stuff, and just be like, this is our own story and it's unpredictable. We don't know where it's going to go. And by having this League of Loises and being like, well, this is a Lois that hasn't achieved the same things at the same point as other ones. She's more flawed. She's more vulnerable. She's more insecure. Her upbringing has kind of challenged her emotionally in a lot of different ways. So she's taking these situations in a different way. And I like when something can be different but the same. Like there's enough of this that feels the same. There's enough of these characters that is very much so rooted in what we know. but there's a lot that really isn't, and that's what keeps you engaged. Like, you don't always want to see the same story over and over and over again. We can bump into that sometimes as fans when we're like, well, I want to see what I know adapted, what, the canon adapted and stuff like that. But I think, like, when you can acknowledge the canon exists out there with this multiverse, I think that's one of the reasons they put that in the first season, is to set this aside, to give us this sense of relief. This isn't like their attempt to override the canon by any stretch of the imagination, because that's something you see a lot with comic book adaptations and all these things. Like, we want to rewrite the story, do it the right way, and act as if the stuff that came prior might be inferior or flawed or whatever. And this just loves it and appreciates it, but is just trying to be like, hey, all that's out there. This is what we're doing. I highly respect them for doing that. And I love the variations on all the characters that we are familiar with beyond just Clark and Lois and all this kind of stuff. Like, the whole crew at the planet is a lot of fun. This Lex is really interesting. This Slade is really interesting. Waller, Sam Lane, him coming back in clutch here, because I was just talking about, man, I was like, where did he go? And then he got together the old Task Force X, brought together the team that he had assembled originally, and came in to help back up Superman. Again, showing some growth and evolution in our characters, because he was leading the charge and his instruction was to help Superman save the world. I think that's a huge step from where they were before. And then Kara coming home, meeting the parents, the family. Though, interestingly, I do want to come back to that too. Like, with Kara up there in the battle, when she was fighting alongside Clark, he did the Sparky Spark thing. Like, when he was charging up, his eyes sparked blue, as we've seen many times up until this point. Didn't use laser vision, didn't do anything with his eyes, but when he was powering up, his eyes were sparking blue. When she did it, hers were sparking red. So I'm wondering if they have a similar biological upgrade that the Kryptonians of the past didn't have, but they also just have different color schemes. Like, her aura is red, his is blue. I don't know. I just noticed that in the end there that I was kind of curious about. We still don't have really any explanation of that, except that every generation is genetically engineered to be superior. So this is probably because they are the last, what are you going to call it? They received the last Kryptonian update to their genealogy. So whatever they have, no other Kryptonian in the history would be like, or the current version of a Kryptonian with all the upgrades and whatnot. So this would be something new that maybe Brainiac hadn't encountered, which is why I was so curious about it. I don't know if we're going to get any further explanations on that. I feel like Brainiac would have been a way to explore that, but I feel like I don't know what's left as far as like our attachment to Kryptonian lore and history. We lost the Jor-El AI. We've shut down Brainiac. His citadel has fallen into the sun, and maybe there's some vestiges out there somewhere else still in the galaxy. So one thing I'm kind of curious about as well, when he did the triangle thing, when he was destroying Krypton, now did he blow it out of the, I just, like he said, did he blow it out of the sky, out of the heavens, as he said? Or, because like when we see these triangular shapes, a lot of that imagery, classically, you can tie that to like images of like the Phantom Zone and stuff like that. What if this is like a Gallifrey Doctor Who kind of situation, and well, until they destroyed it again, but where the planet is destroyed, but it's just the entire planet and its denizens have been locked away in the Phantom Zone. And maybe they, when Jor-El and Zor-El were plotting to send off their children, they just knew Brainiac was had found out what they were doing and they were in active combat with him. That's when they sent them away. Maybe we wouldn't have seen the explosion of Krypton or whatever that black triangle beam thing was. It just simply eradicated the planet. I'm curious because there's like, they could do anything with the story up until this point and change things however they please. Because at this point, they can do whatever they want with the story and it just functions fine within the universe that they've created. Like the suit upgrades, still a little questionable on the pauldrons. Love Supergirl's scarf addition to her cape. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know, man. I thought this was a solid season. Thought this was a solid finale. And I'm excited to see where things go next. If I forgot to talk about anything, Let me know down in the comments, but let me know what you guys thought of the episode of the season, and where do you think it's going to go from here? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here on the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, York, Scott Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake and Trail, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.